Hey, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for checking out this video. As always, hope you're having a fantastic day. Shout out to the 19. Folks, Caitlin Clark has picked up yet another award or two. We got a second one in here as well that I want to show you because it kind of relates to this from the Sports Business Journal. Best Sports Business Athlete of the Year. Yes, she is getting recognized for her business acumen and what she's doing above and beyond the court and the game of basketball. We know we've talked about her being involved in the ownership bid for an NWSL expansion franchise in Cincinnati. We know about her insane speaking fees as well. I mean, I think Caitlin Clark could probably be one of those that goes on the speaking circuit in terms of, I don't know, personal development, motivation, sort of the Anthony Robbins, Zig Ziglar genre, business niche, however you want to pronounce it, and that sort of thing. So we know she's already got an eye for past her playing days in a way that is more than just being a basketball player and then, say, an ex basketball player who gets into announcing or something still related to the sport itself. So it's really kind of fascinating. Uh, As you can see, I have this highlighted because I want to show you. It talks about how she's drawn comparisons to Michael Jordan, the record TV audiences during her career at Iowa, and then with Indiana Fever and NWA. But I love this sponsor. They're always taking that jab, right? The media just can't help themselves. Sponsors, brands, and even the trolls from social media have attached themselves to Clark in a way rarely seen for a female athlete because no, there haven't been any Haitlin trolls, right? No Caitlin Clark hater trolls out there. They don't exist. Uh, but yeah, like it says here, though, two of the biggest things for Clark, the attendance, the viewership, 100% indisputable evidence. Fever averaged a WNBA record 17,035 fans at home. And of course, the big one is she averaged 1.178 million TV viewers per game in a league that hadn't had a million viewer game as a league since 2008, if I remember correctly. Yet she averages more than that. Take away the NBA TV games, which, just don't draw much for anyone, even though she set their record as well. I think her tops there was like 600,000. So you take away NBA TV, and it's more like 1.5 million per game, while the league, every other game without Caitlin Clark, the average is 394,000. Of course, it talks about her on the court stuff, the single season assist record, averaging 19.2 points, first team all WNBA, rookie of the year. And then those are numerous endorsement deals. Nike, they put first, of course. All right, this is only a little tongue in cheek, but I'm wondering if she should have won this award, considering that she did make the mistake of signing with Nike. Oh, look, I get it. Nike's huge in sports. You grow up, she's a huge Kobe fan, wore Kobe shoes. You're coming out of college as a 22-year-old who's a huge Kobe fan. Of course, you're going to probably want to sign with Nike, but hopefully she finds a way to get out of that contract because 8 years with Nike is insane and way too long. We've got some others who have done a great job, like State Farm, it's Gatorade, and of course Wilson. We know how good Wilson has done. And it talks about, it says endorsements believed to be 3.8 million this year. I believe 11 million was actually the correct answer, if I'm not mistaken. But like it says, it talks about how the crowds that she drew when she went out and played a round of pro-am golf with Annika Sorenstrom in November. I mean, she just has that factor, and she's being smart in setting herself up in business, using basketball to set herself up in business later on. Another thing that it mentions kind of in the last one, which I wanted to bring up too, is people talking about the Fever, Indiana Fever, being set up as America's team, and also talking about the WNBA's first, I won't say international because of Canada, but overseas, talking about playing in Indiana. And of course, it would be the Fever. It would have to be the Fever if they're going to play a WNBA game overseas. Now, in addition to this, we also had earlier, and I didn't get around to doing it in a video, but it's related to this sort of. So I'll mention it in case you didn't see it. Caitlin Clark was um, was listed by Forbes as one of the world's 100 most powerful women, not in sports, world's 100 most powerful women in 2024. I believe, if I remember correctly, the only other female athlete, I want to make sure I have this. I could have sworn it was Serena Williams, I believe. But again, it talks about her record viewership and things like that. Of course. And again, I'll point it out just like I did in the other one. Again, they've got to do this. It's in everything. I just did a video earlier today about this Caitlin Tourette's that they all have, where anytime you mention Clark and her accomplishments, you have to mention, either the rookie class or Angel Reese or Asia Wilson, or go back and mention a bunch of others. I just showed you in the Sports Business article when it took a shot at the trolls. And now here you get this. Alongside draft class members Angel Reese, Cameron Brink, and Camila Cardoso, Clark is credited with driving a record 54 million viewers to ABC, NBC, ESPN, and their cable peers who watch the WNBA's regular season. No, it was not alongside class members, other than they were along for the ride in the back seat, enjoying what Caitlin Clark was bringing them. As we just said a few minutes ago, Caitlin averaged 1.17 million viewers per game on television, while the rest of the league averaged 394,000. The Fever set a single season attendance record at home with over 17,000. 26 games into the 40-game season, they set a home and away attendance record. So no, it was not alongside the draft members. It was simply Caitlin Clark. WNBA just secured an 11-year, $2.2 billion media rights deal. But yeah, here it is, right? A basketball player's never been on the list. And Serena Williams, all-time great tennis player, is one of the only, it says only other athletes, but they didn't mention or give me a number as to who, other than she's one. So probably very, very few athletes on a list like this. But of course, Caitlin Clark has been a driving force in completely changing everything about the WNBA. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about that and let you know if you hadn't seen it, because it is absolutely amazing what she's done this year. So shout out to Caitlin Clark for yet another award. Some are starting to get it, but see, like I said, even when they know they have to put out something like this, they can't help but take shots at the fans, talking about trolls, or hey, the draft class. It was Caitlin Clark and the draft class that drove all of the viewership. Yeah, somehow I don't think that was the case. I don't think that was the case. Now, this is interesting. It's project 2024 is going to mark the first year that global revenue from women's sports will surpass $1 billion. That's pretty cool, right? That is pretty cool. Hope it happens. Love to see the growth in women's sports. You know, I'll never mind. I'm not going to go off on a tangent. I'll get to that in another video. And I do have another one coming. One we have not done an Angel Reese video in a long time, and I have some things to say about that sort of relate to this actually. So I think it's relevant. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below about this award for Caitlin Clark, about her off the court stuff and what that means for her, and of course the little things that the media has to throw into every single article. But I'm going to leave it there. Thanks so much for checking out this video. Really do appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you are enjoying the content. I really do appreciate that as well. And I will talk to you later.